All right, it's Chris here. Hope you are having a great day. It is Friday today. Always a good day. Looking forward to a nice weekend. Let's get to business. Let's play some chess here. I'm going to go with another 10-minute game. This is game 2 in my YouTube series. Thanks for being along for the ride. I am white, and I'm going to start with the E4 opening. I'm playing Modskis. He is from the USA as well. And let's see what we come up with here. All right, so he has matched my pawn. He's bringing out his knight. I will do the same. Get some defense here. And get us in a solid opening position. If this is the first video you're seeing, I am a random guy who has played over 4,700 games on chess.com. I've never taken it seriously. I haven't learned any openings. I haven't learned any middle or end game, but I picked up a lot of things along the way. Kind of best practices, sequences, concepts, strategies. I've just kind of got this mishmash of ideas. And some I know to be well-grounded just from watching other YouTubers play chess, and I like to watch chess live streams when they have events. Magnus Carlsen is my favorite. He's pretty amazing. So I feel pretty good. I'm trying to get to an 1100 rating, but more importantly, I'm trying to learn how to play chess for real. I want to know the openings. I want to study. I want to learn. I want to become the best I can be at this game. For 10 years, I joined chess.com back in 2010. For 10 years, I've just played pickup games and had no rhyme or reason. I just like it. So there's probably a lot of people like that, I think, that just played a lot, but don't, haven't committed to studying or learning it. And I figured finally, after all this time investment, I love it so much. Why not try to be the best I can? So I'm glad you're with me for the ride, and we'll see where it takes us. All right. So he's brought out his bishop. All right. So he's attacked there. I'm going to, I don't like to do this, but I'm going to take with the pawn and kind of break up that defensive structure when I castle. But I don't want to drop pieces. You can see he's going for this undefended pawn. That's a threatening move, so I'm going to make sure that is defended. Yeah, I'm going here. I don't like this move for a lot of reasons. One, it locks in my bishop. And kind of gets my queen involved a little earlier than I'd like, but not a whole lot of choices here. All right, so he's coming back in for an attack here. This guy's defended by the queen, so if I move here, then he's got this. So I need to step up my game and make sure that I've defended adequately all these positions. So what I need to do is get this pawn some backup, and I think the best way to do that is, unfortunately, to move my king. Otherwise, I'm going to leave someone stranded. Can't do that. It also prevents the possibility I get forked here with my castle and my king. All right, so now that he has given up on that strategy temporarily, let's put on some pressure. I want to get this guy out of here. Hopefully I can make him retreat or make a silly move. Okay, there we go. So I've done some crowd control here. I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm going to advance my pawns, control more squares. The more you control, the more you win. That's kind of, at least, in my novice mind, that's the name of the game. I certainly do worse when I don't control squares. That's significant. In a 10-minute game, that's 20%. Okay, so he's castled. That was a lot of thinking to castle, so I think he's kind of unsure what to do. I'm going to keep applying pressure. I can't castle. Let's try to make him... Yeah, see, he's jamming up his pawns here. I like this a lot. Now, this is a move I'm comfortable with. When this square is open and I'm defended here, I can threaten his knight. And my guess is that since he hasn't been sure of his moves, he's probably going to take the bait. That'll advance my pawn and attack his knight here again. And then I've got other defenses here. So I'm going to do this. And again, this is something I've just noticed in playing this position over and over. Usually I'm castled, so I feel a little vulnerable. But if he takes the bait because he doesn't have another great move, then I'll be happy. All right, so he's thinking, okay, so he's brought in his bishop. All right, so now he's got 2 attackers. I've got 1 defender. That's not healthy, so I'm going to go ahead and take him. I'm trying to think if I should retreat here or not. This is a tough one for me. This is where I wish I knew a little more. So hopefully one of you guys can tell me what's the right move here. What's the right move here? I'm going to take the knight and trade and try to. He's probably going to take with the yeah. Okay. But I do have a way to advance here. Put some pressure on that queen. Jam him up a little bit more. All right, he's retreated. Okay, let's put on a little more pressure. I'm going to keep advancing. This is my strategy this game is a grand march forward. I'm looking for vulnerabilities in his position. I see he's got a pawn that's undefended here. Okay, so let's see. He's moving that knight. That looks pretty nasty, that fork right there. So I'm going to defend that. I think this is a sound move. One thing I've noticed is my bishop is still undeveloped here. All right, so he's trying to block any advancement I have, which is a good move probably. I need to get this bishop into the mix. I'm going to try and bring him out along this diagonal, do a trade there if I can. That looks like a powerful square to me. And if I can trade with him down here, I'll be a happy camper. I don't like that. He's covering a lot of ground there. And that does not seem to work in my favor. So another option here is I'm thinking about moving this pawn up. If he takes, I take back. And I've got 2 threats on his knight. And he doesn't really have a good spot to go. He'd probably have to retreat. So I'm trying to think sequentially. What's the move here? Okay. So he's trying to put pressure on this side of the board. Not a lot of defense here. Huh. What do I do? What do I do? I think this is a good move. I'm going to try and keep the pressure on. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, so he's taking with that. I see what he did. I missed that. So what can I do here to... I guess it's pretty obvious. Man, how did I miss that? All right. All right. Losing some points here, but there's still hope. As easily as I made a mistake, I know that he is likely to make one as well. Okay. He gained 2 points on me there. But I still feel pretty good about my position. That hurt. That'll probably hurt more in the end game. But as of now, oh, he's moved. Not sure where he's going with that. Now, what I don't want to do right now is trade pieces or go down since I'm behind the count. If I lose another 3-point piece or higher, that would really up the challenge for me here. Seems like a better option than just killing minutes off the clock. There we go. Okay. So he went back to his E6 square. I want to make sure these pawns are safe. This puts 2 defenders here in support of this pawn here. It also helps me kind of crowd control what's going on here. All right, so he's made the queen move, which kind of kills my idea here. So I'm going to leave that structure alone. What do I do? One interesting idea is moving this here. He takes, I take, but I've got also my knight defending the square. So I'm going to try that and open it up. And if my knight ends up on this square, I'll have a nice bit of range from the center. This looks risky. Now when I move this, my bishop is still guarding my c4 pawn, so I feel okay. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? I didn't account for that because he had his bishop. Man. Okay, well. I don't want his king in there. That's going to mess me up. Whew. All right. I like this move. Now I feel good about that. And I'm also... check. Keep him at bay. Interesting. I don't know why he would do that. He's giving up pawns. My bishop's undefended, but that's an easy fix and there's no immediate threat. However, I now have a very interesting position. If he advances this pawn to put pressure, I'll have a, I believe it's called a discovered check by moving my pawn forward. Okay, he's done that. I don't understand where he's going with this. I've got total control of the center now. He's also short on time. I can easily defend his checks. All of my pieces are defended. Okay, so he's just giving up a... What's going on here? It's still not a threat to me. I'm going to drop a bishop here. If I don't take the... But if I do, he's going to get more. He's going to get my pawn too and have all kinds of pressure. And then he could bring that other rook out. This is really risky, but I've got the time advantage too. I feel like I can get to safety. I got to do it. All right, so what's the analysis there? Did I just screw up, or was that an okay move? I know I'm dropping that bishop. This is where I need some endgame help. Still protected. I think I'm going to win this game on time. I can't remember the last game where my king has advanced to the, to use a newbie term, the other guy's base. All right, so he's given up all hope of a victory here. I can just advance and this game's over.